We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. He's back to throw here to start the drive. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Complete.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
John Ross. Touchdown.
John Ross, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead.
The kick is
and he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Bengals 7, Steelers nothing.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
At the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Taken down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, he may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now the pass finding its way to the hands of Eric Ebron. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. And again this time to the tailback. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down by...
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Steelers, nothing.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. First carry for James Conner, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
Back to throw here. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second and 9 now. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
And the Steelers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Take over first and
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
to CJ.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Burrow throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
Makes the score.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Steelers.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 30.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 11 yards there, first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Open man is Ross, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
To John Ross.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Joe Mixon.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Jesse Bates on the cover.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
2nd and 8.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain. On
3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So more problems here. It's a third missed field goal, and they can't even get on the board.
It's certainly been a struggle so far, and it's easy to pile on the kicker. But this offense has to do a better job of finishing drives, too.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Bengals.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Third down.
Burrow on third down. Now he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
Chandler Catanzaro lining up for the extra point.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And a give this time to the tailback. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off, right? Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Completion here to Claypool. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to throw again. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good. We're up
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
at the 47.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
The pass.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
At the 49-yard line.
That screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Burrow. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Good. Makes the score Bengals 7, Steelers nothing.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 16. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treat it as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
3-yard line.
To throw again. And that one taken in by Lashley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking deep here for Ebron. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A good pickup there, a 22. And so they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
4-yard line. A gain of 27 on the play.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bengals add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Steelers nothing.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
9-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Touchdown.
John Ross, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Steelers nothing.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, Connor going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch it for Washington. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Ross. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Complete to
John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Bengals 28, Steelers nothing.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 20.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he stopped immediately there.
Kendall Sheffield on the tackle. No gain on the play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Pulled in at the 24. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On 2nd down, Mixon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
It's a gain of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
38-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
able to hit his target, Claypool. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. There goes Green. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the route is on here in this first half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Mixon will get it to start the 2nd half. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
Joe Mixon.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
60 Bison. Get that quarterback at all costs. 198. Watch 98. 98's money.
On first down, Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 20 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Right back to him on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's brought down by Williams.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Tackle made by Jesse.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
19 Tiger.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Schuster.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Steelers.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh.
Steelers, nothing.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And his pass incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. He may try and run for this. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's 4th down.
You got it. You got it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 22. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
On first down, Mixon. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, 4 down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here from the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
Yard attempt.
Catanzaro's kick is good. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bengals, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.